Right, draws taking place for the Champions League. Let's head straight live to Ben Ransom. Obviously, we're going to talk up City's trip to Arsenal, but instant reaction to the draw. And we now know who City have got, don't we, Ben?
Yeah, remarkable, isn't it? They can't keep away from Real Madrid at Manchester City. Pep Guardiola, with all of his history at Barcelona, it seems as though it's written in the stars. They will keep meeting. It's the third consecutive season in the Champions League. They've played them. They played them the last 3 years. This will be the fourth year, actually. Forgive my maths. This will be the fourth consecutive season because they played them in the last 3, of course. Since Pep's been here, they've actually met them 4 times already. They met them in the COVID-affected season of 2020, if you remember, when the legs were split between February and August in that summer tournament. City went through on that occasion. The following season, Real Madrid, they met them again. You'll remember when Manchester City were comfortably leading. They were going through, entering the final moments in the Bernabeu, and they conceded those 2 late goals, and Real Madrid came from nowhere. Their name was seemingly on the trophy that season, and they went all the way on to win the trophy, and City were left ruining what might have been. And then 2023, fast forward another season when Manchester City met Real Madrid en route to winning the treble. And you might remember that fantastic night at the Etihad where they absolutely played them off the park and thrashed them 4-0. And more recently, last season, Real Madrid came out on top. An epic encounter. 2 teams went absolutely toe-to-toe across the 2 legs. And eventually, you remember, it was a really excellent rearguard effort from Real Madrid that got a draw at the Etihad. And they obviously went through on penalties. So, look, these 2 teams, as I say, they always seem to be on collision course. I'm sure Pep Guardiola would have much preferred a trip to meet his old mates down in Bayern Munich, which was the other possible draw for them. But Real Madrid loom large. Right now, Pep was honest enough in midweek to say that, look, they're not on the same level as Real Madrid. They are the kings of Europe. He always uses that phrase. City, in their current predicament, the way they're playing, are not able to compete. But he did suggest in a couple of weeks, when the first leg of this tie comes around, and maybe City might be in a slightly better shape. They'll have all their new January signings, of course, available to register as well. And maybe Real Madrid won't be too keen to face a team that's knocked them out twice in the last 4.
Manchester City versus Real Madrid, Champions League knockout phase playoff showdown? The UEFA Champions League knockout phase playoff draw is set to take place today, and one of the most anticipated potential matchups is Manchester City versus Real Madrid. With the tournament's new format, teams finishing between 9th and 24th in the league phase must battle it out in a 2-legged playoff to secure a spot in the round of 16. Both City and Madrid have a rich history in the competition, with recent encounters delivering thrilling football. Pep Guardiola's side, the defending champions, had a mixed campaign in the league phase, narrowly missing out on a top 8 finish. Meanwhile, Real Madrid, Europe's most decorated club, found themselves in an unusual position, having to fight for their place in the next round. Should these 2 giants be drawn against each other, it would mark another chapter in their growing rivalry. Their past meetings, including last season's semi-final where City triumphed, showcased tactical battles, individual brilliance, and high-intensity drama. For Manchester City, Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, and Phil Foden will be crucial, while Real Madrid will look to Jude Bellingham, Vinícius Júnior, and Rodrygo to lead the charge. Both teams have had their struggles this season, but remain among the favourites to go all the way. The draw will confirm whether this heavyweight clash will happen, but if it does, expect fireworks over the 2 legs.